all over the world. And guess what's back? Our This is Jamaica segment is back here on both sides of the story, Poro 106 FM. And who better to tell us all about it than the president of This is Jamaica, Adrianna Clark. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
I am fine, thanks. Thank you so much for joining us here on both sides of the story.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you so much for having me and also for welcoming back This is Jamaica. We're so glad to be joining you back on this segment. So thank you once again. It's a pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to be able to speak with you again, in fact. And
yes.
we for those unfamiliar with the organization This is Jamaica, that's where we'd like to start this afternoon. What is This is Jamaica?
Yes, well, This is Jamaica. We're an organization, 501c3, that's located here in Central Florida. And our whole premise, our whole purpose is to empower the children in Jamaica to restore and preserve their Jamaican culture through poetry and also through creative art. So we're all the children, we've seen so many talented, we know that there are so many talented and gifted children in Jamaica, and our organization is primed on bringing out that talent within our children and allowing them a chance and a platform to showcase their Jamaican culture.
How has that been going so far as you're aware?
Yes, well, so far so good. We're in our prime time now, so we've begun the poetry competition that we have annually. So we have begun that. Registration is now open for students ages 16 to 17 throughout Jamaica, as long as they're registered in a school. So we've already begun. So we're hitting the ground running, but it's been a great experience. We've gathered our executive board together, our executive team together. So we've all been working and talking with one another and just trying to get this poetry competition and the scholarship underway. So we're super excited, and we've already got a few. We've already have a few submissions, about 11 submissions so far. So we're looking forward to this year to getting, boosting the awareness out in the schools in Jamaica, so that we can get a mass number of applicants. So we're looking forward to it. All is going well so far. We do have our submission date. I did want to let everyone know that our submission date is Friday, September 15th. So that's when we'll be collecting all of the final submissions. And let me break it down just in case, Mr. Malcolm,
yes.
Just in case the listeners may not know exactly what the competition is.
Sure.
Let's start there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so the competition is a poetry competition where the students submit a video of them reciting the poem "This is Jamaica," written by our founder, Peter Gracie. So they recite the poem, and they're able. What the great thing about the competition is, it allows for creativity within the children. So they are able to say the poem. They can say it how they want to. They can express it how they'd like. I've even seen some submissions. Different videography. They can get as creative as possible. We're just looking for creativity. So they just recite "This is Jamaica." So all of this can be found on our website, thisisjamaica.org. They can see the rules and the regulations, and they're also able to register for the competition on there.
And you seem to have struck a partnership with the Jamaican American Association of Central Florida in presenting the 2023 edition of the This is Jamaica Poetry Scholarship Competition.
Yes. Oh, yes. The Jamaican American Association of Central Florida, they are our title sponsor for this year. So we are super excited to be working with them, in connection with them. They are a wonderful and very active organization here in Central Florida. Ultimately, their purpose as well is to build leaders and for our children in Jamaica. So it's great to work alongside them. We're super excited to have them as our title sponsor this year. And, we're also looking and working towards teaming up with other nonprofits to help bring awareness to the need of poetry in schools and also using it as a way to brand Jamaica. We're also looking forward to and planning on working with the Jamaican Tourist Board because we do believe that, as we build leaders and as we lift our children up for the future and we allow them to preserve that culture, that people come and travel to Jamaica. People love Jamaica for the people, for the island, and for the culture. So, we're all just about boosting our children to keep preserving that culture. So, we're super excited to have Jamaican American JAAOCF on our side this year.
Absolutely, and you seem to also have the blessing of Jamaica's Consul General based in Miami, Florida, with responsibility for 13 states. Mr. R. Oliver Mair, good afternoon. How are you?
Very good, Dervan. Happy to be on. And good afternoon to all your listeners. And I was hoping Adrianna would sing. She's really a songbird, daughter of the late Bonnie Ruggs, and lots of great talent coming out from Jamaica land we love. Happy to be on the program. Happy to endorse the arts. As you know, I'm a man of the arts.
Yes.
And congratulations to Peter Grace and the team. We also have persons like Malachi Smith here, who has been doing a poetry tour in Jamaica. And, we're just really highlighting the work of the arts and the importance of it. I was at the university 2 years ago, the #1 university for innovation in Arizona. And they made the point that one of the reasons why they are #1 is that when they have their table of decision makers, they have somebody from the sciences, they have a business person, but they always have somebody from the arts. And they have seen how critical it is for someone from the arts to be at the table, at the decision-making table. And it has really made a difference in terms of the type of solutions that have been brought forward, and they're really pushing that. And so I want to encourage persons listening, if your children have a leaning towards the arts, support them, because the arts is what communicates to the heart. Arts to the heart. And so congrats to all our poets on the work that they continue to do in the community.
Mm-hmm. And you generally, obviously, have the organizers generally have the blessings of the Office of the Consul General ordinarily, but is it that there's a little extra boost, a little extra push, a little extra association this year?
Well, what I would say, Dervan, I mean, I try to, each event I go to, I try to give 100% support. I was at the ball in Central Florida last week. We had 4 balls in the community, and tried to get to each one and support. And we have over 75 different alumni groups here in South Florida. And so, though I'm a Campionite and a Woolmerian, all schools are important to me. And for each one, when I go there, that is the most important school for me. And that is their mission becomes my #1 priority while I'm there and working with them. And I think it's so important that each person's event needs attention. And certainly, This is Jamaica is an excellent initiative. And congrats to Peter, who does so well when he goes to different events and does his poetry. Always a refreshing way to start out, and gives a new framework for persons to hear different aspects of our culture, especially when it speaks to Jamaica. But we have in addition to the very talented Peter, we have a lot of talented artists in the community, and so I try to support as many as possible, as it's physically possible, and to ensure that arts get the prominence that it deserves. And certainly this is a program going into the schools, allowing our young people. I mean, there is one, Courtney Greaves, who was, I think she was the winner last year, and she
the year before, I think.
year before,
Mm-hmm.
and she passed to go to Campion College, and she and I speak from time to time, and she has been such a lovely find in the This Is Jamaica program. Mm-hmm. And so Peter Grace is following his passion and his vision, and I commend him for that, and I encourage persons listening on to use this as an example of following your individual calling, wherever that is. God has given us an individual talent or calling or passion, and we shouldn't be afraid to pursue it. And I think that is sort of the messaging I would want to come out of some of my involvement in the various programs. Follow your heart, exercise your God-given talent. Just like Adrianna, she has that God-given talent of a lovely voice, and I hope to hear her on a larger scale in the future singing. I encourage persons to use up their talents.
And Adrianna, as we get ready to wrap this segment, what can the rest of us expect from This Is Jamaica and all that This Is Jamaica as an organization has to offer? Sorry, did we lose? Oh, she's still on. Adrianna Clark, thank you so much.
Yes, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yes, listeners, this is Adrianna Clark once again. She's the president of This Is Jamaica. The question, yes. I'm sure you heard it.
Oh, yes.
Right, sorry, go ahead.
I heard it, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, I want to greet Consul General. Good afternoon, sir. And thank you so much for those wonderful words that he spoke. Not only about me, but also about This Is Jamaica. And, it is about the children. And, he mentioned our 2 years past winner, Miss Courtney Greaves, our winner from last year. And also there are ambassadors for This Is Jamaica, Miss Mair Morgan. I believe she might be tuning in. So a big shout out to her and her family. And even also children such as Keith Nugent, who has been doing so much in the community. And, it's amazing just to see that This Is Jamaica could have been the spark and start for them to pursue, as Consul General said, pursue that passion that they have, that God-given talent. And that's what we're all about. I did just want to announce, just so the listeners and the future participants can know what's in store for them as they get into the competition. What are the prizes? So for our first place winner, we'll be giving $1,000. It's either $1,000 US or a trip to Disney World. For our second place, it will be $500 US, and our third place winner will be $250. And we're also introducing something very new this year, which we're super excited. We're introducing a $500 USD to the winning school. So whoever our winner is, we're granting $500 to their school so that it can go towards their art programs. And we're also looking forward to starting a school adoption program. So, we've got a lot in store for this year. It begins, now with our competition, but it will continue throughout the year and as we build again for next year. So we just want to, again, encourage all of our students out there, our talented children, to get involved. Poetry is so important in the creative arts, as our Consul General said. It's so important to preserve that Jamaican culture that we all love. And I know there's been, many talk and many people you hear these days saying, that Jamaica is moving towards a maybe not so favorable way concerning our youth. So This Is Jamaica is a timely organization who we're here to empower our children to maintain that Jamaica that we love. And, as Consul General said, the arts is so important, and I can testify to that in my life. So we are just so excited. I want to make sure everybody visit our website, thisisjamaica.org, to get registered. If you need more information, it's all there for you. You can visit our YouTube at This Is Jamaica. This Is Jamaica YouTube. Our Facebook is This Is Jamaica USA. But you can all find this at our website. And if anyone has any questions or just wants to reach out to us, you can find us at info@thisisjamaica.org. So we look forward to seeing everyone submitting and just sharing our process along the way.
Well, we want to thank you very much, Adrianna Clark, President of This Is Jamaica, for preparing us for what is to come, having experienced what has happened already as far as This Is Jamaica is concerned and the poetry competition and all that is associated and has been associated with This Is Jamaica. Thank you very much, Adrianna Clark. All the very best to you. And a big thank you to Oliver Mair, our Oliver Mair, or Jamaica's Consul General in Miami, Florida.
Perfect.
Take care.
Thank you so much, Mr. Malcolm. It's been a pleasure. Have a great day.
Same to you.
This is Jamaica by Peter Gracie. This is Jamaica. This is my country. A son of this island, a daughter of this land. Fears of fear, I stand in awe. Honor of words secured in God's hands. This is Jamaica, joy cometh in morn, surrounded by mystic waters, crashing onto the shore. Where only heroes are born. Only if you Jamaicans, I do you utter. I love you, Jamaica, that knows I do. This is Jamaica, simple speck in the universe. Simple speck in the universe. Heartbeats and pulse in every nation, but on second to kidder of God, we put Jamaica first. I am Jamaican, regardless of where I find me. Black, green, and gold is tomorrow in my bones. So if I die away from my island, I pray to God you take me home.